If you know the Nigunim, please sing along with us. And maybe later we'll get up and do a little dance. You all set? Okay, I want to start with a Nigun which some people have said is from Reb Nosson. Some people say wasn't from him, but Talmidim of Reb Nosson used to sing it. And the words are from Tehillim, B'cha Batchu Abeseinu. And we always start with Skusavos, you know, like the Torah starts with the Avos. And the words go B'cha Batchu Abeseinu, Batchu that we learned from the Abbas who were Batchu B'Hashem. They were secure. They had faith in Hashem, and one way or another, they always got out of any bad situation. And also, they talk about Elecha Zaku, Limlatu, and at the end, Batchu, and Velo Voshu, that they had no busha. You know, the Rebbe talks about it in Torah Lamed, that you have to have a certain amount of Azus V'Kedusha in order to learn. That a Baishan doesn't learn. You have to have the strength to ask questions when you don't know what's going on, and not to be ashamed. Okay. Okay, you know, it's wonderful to be in Uman. It's wonderful to be by the Rebbe. It's a very important thing. The Rebbe asked us that what he can do, and we're just learning last night, what he can do in the first night of Rosh Hashanah, that can take the other big Rebbes all the way from Rosh Hashanah until Shmini Atzeres. And so, in a way, or we're coming here for the Rebbe, by the Rebbe's Eitzah, but we're really coming here a little bit for ourselves. There's a treasure waiting for us here, and the Rebbe is going to do a tikkun on Leil Rosh Hashanah for all of us, and he didn't want anybody to miss out on it, so he said to come to Uman, and we did it. But if you're a Breslov Chassid, it's not a hope that you have to come to Uman. But there are two things that Rav Chaim was teaching us last night, that if you want to be shaykh to Breslov, there are two things you have to do. And when you do them, essentially it's making a chassid who has a head in Shemayim and feet on the ground. The Rebbe says he wants you to do his bodhidas, that everybody should make his bodhidas. If you want to be a Breslov chassid, you take time every day and talk to the Ribbon Shalom. You put your head up in the Shemayim and you talk to the Ribbon Shalom and tell him everything you want. But the second thing is you have to learn Shulchan Aruch every day. That the Rebbe says your feet have to be on the ground. So Breslov and Hasidim are both up there and down here at the same time, and we'd like to do a little bit some Hisbodedus style music. This is a nigun which I heard from Breslovers from maybe 2 generations ago, that I only heard because somebody had the chokhmah to take an old reel-to-reel tape recorder, which was a new thing in those days, and record. And there was a Breslov chassid named Rav Tzvi Aryeh Lippel, Rav Hershlev Lippel. And this was a nigun that he used for his hisbodedus. That when he talked to the Ribbon Shalom, he didn't talk only, he sang. He would sing to Hashem every single day. And a lot of times I've heard that he used this particular nigun. And it's again a pasuk from Tehillim that says, Im schaticho al yitzuai, if I remember you on my bed, then when I wake up in the morning, in the early morning, the wee hours of the morning, then I'm going to talk to you. And the word that he uses for talking to you is ehegeh boch. You could say adaber, but he says ehegeh. This word ehegeh, interestingly enough, is often used to describe logic. That higayon is logic. But I heard a nice word that we don't do just higayon. We do higayon libi. We do the logic of the heart, which is tefillah, and also his bodhidas. And the logic that Western civilization has, it came from the Yavanim, it came from the Greeks. But when we do higayon libi, it's the opposite. And I heard actually from Yitzhak Ginsburg that if you take the word Yavan and spell it out, it's like a little line and then a lower line and then all the way down with the Nun Sofi. It's bringing you down. But if you turn it around, it becomes Noi, bringing you up. The Nun, the Vav, and then the Yud. And if you take the word Higayon, it has the word Yavan in it, but it has the Hey and the Gimel, which is the number 8, which is like Hanukkah, the defeat of the Yavanim. So, give me a name. B minor, yeah. Im Chaticha al Yetzuon, al Yetzuon, Ba'ashmuran Zegebo, Ba'ashmuran Zegebo, Im Chaticha al Yetzuon, al Yetzuon, al Yetzuon, Ba'ashmuran
Und ich will dir gedenken auf mein Bett, auf mein Bett, auf mein Bett. In der Frühmorgen will ich trachten nur von dir. In der Frühmorgen will ich trachten nur von dir. Im Schaticho Ajetzu.
Okay, this next nigun is attributed to the Maggid of Mezrich, one of the three that I know of that are attributed to the Maggid in the Breslover tradition, and one of my main sources of nigunim was Menachem Borstein Zal, and he set the words to the verse from Eicha. Kumi Roni Balayla, the Rosh Hashmuros, again in the early morning, kind of like using this nigun also for his bodidus. And his bodidus, you know, sometimes it's slow, like the past nigun, when maybe you might be telling Hashem about some problems that you may have, but afterwards it always has to be fast and happy. That the ending is always not going to be a sad ending. It's always going to be a happy ending. Okay.
musicians here. We have Daniel Ahuviel is on fiddle, electric fiddle. And Menachem Herman on guitar. These guys are the best wrestler musicians that I know of. And, okay, we're going into Shabbos now, so it's good to get a little head start. And we'd like to do a Lecha Dodi, which is not as popular as some of the, everybody knows that certain ones that they sing over and over again. I think it's time to have a little bit more variety and not just sing the same nigun all the time, we have to have a Shir Chadash. So, also the tradition is to change the nigun for B'Hoyelim Shisa. I have to add that when a few times I was Zoycha to daven by Rav Nachman Borstein in Katamon, Menachem would change the nigun for L'cha Doidi in each verse. He had a new Breslov, a different nigun of Breslov for each verse. But most people change by V'hoyelim Shisa. With this particular, what's that?
Most people like Sevoshi. Most people say like Sevoshi.
No, most people say V'hoyelim Shisa, I think. That's where they do the fast one. Shlomo Carlebach always used to do by Lo Sevoshi. Yeah, but you know that there are 9. It would make more sense if you had 3 nigunim at least, you know, for the first 3, the second 3, and the last 3. Yeah. But anyway, let's do Yilim Shisa. This is a nigun which I think, although it's sung in Breslov a lot, it also is sung in other Hasidic communities. I heard in Alexander. Yunim Shisa Shahar Zayin Rachaku Kamil Balayim Yasi Sarayim Chelagoyim Yisa Yisvasa Akala Pelalayagam Pelalayagam Yes, Haritzi, Yadi, Ishmael, Hansi, Nismata, and Nagila, Helayagai, Moving along in Shabbos, everybody knows this one, you better sing with us. So the nigun was composed by Reb Meir Leib Blecher, who was a Talmud of Reb Nosson, a Talmud Mufach of Reb Nosson, and he was a blacksmith. That's what his name was Blecher. He was a blacksmith. That's what he did for a living, a metal worker. And the way he worked was he would open up his shop, and obviously first he would make sure he davened, and he would up before with his mikvah and his bodhidus. But when he would work, he only went as far as he had parnasa for the day. As soon as he knew he had parnasa for the day, he went out to the fields, more his bodhidus. Yeah. Okay, so he had a daughter, and if you have enough parnasa for the day, so you don't really save up for the dunya. And his daughter was saying, "Abba, what am I going to wear for my wedding? I have the daily dress that I wear. I need a collar dress." So Reb Meir Leib Blecher, he didn't have any money, so he made this nigun. And the nigun is to the words, Oez v'hoda levusha, v'tischak b'yom achron. And it caught on at that wedding. They sang this nigun, and his bod, his daughter, they sang this nigun all night long, and that's the way this nigun came into Breslov. And everybody sings it now, and we should remember of Meir Lev Lecher, Mamish, and his Derech. There it is, son. Okay, so sing along with us. Everybody was singing along. Anything we can do about that hum?
Where's the other wire?
There it is. It's better. Okay, they call it a kumsitz, but you can also kumtans. If anybody feels moved, we can have a little rikud for the rest of the afternoon. Everybody knows. One also, everybody knows it, but you might not know that it's only been in the last couple of generations maybe that the words that they sing today are the ones that were sung then. It was originally said to the words of Esa Einai Elahorim. So we'd like to do that first, and then we'll put the modern words to it. That's another one that Rav Nachman set the words to. It wasn't originally there. We can do. Let's do one more. Let's do this one first. Okay. Take an instrumental one. 1, 2, 4. Menachem, Herman on guitar, Ahuviel on violin. Thank you all. And thank you all for lending your voices. Thank you. Okay, we're getting ready for Shabbos Kodesh now, and let's bring all this energy into Shabbos, the last Shabbos of the year. We have a chance to be metaking everything that we ever might have made a little mistake somewhere in Shabbos. This is the one where we can fix the whole year. And we should come into Rosh Hashanah.
No pressure, no pressure.
And on Leil Rosh Hashanah, everybody should get the tikkun that they need, and we should move into a year of only good news, only simcha, only Mashiach Tzidkenu ben Yisrael. Amen.